Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Dr. Tony Chopper, and this is part 1 of the review for the RX-93 Nu Gundam version Katoki. Now, let me drop a little bit of knowledge on you guys. The mobile suit here, the Nu Gundam, is designed and piloted by Amuro Ray. This was produced in Anaheim Electronics, where Char gave Anaheim Electronics some very important technology involving the Psychomove system, so that Amuro would have an even fight against him in the final battle, fighting against the Zazabi. This guy was released and made in Japan in December 2012, and he retails for a whopping 7,000 Japanese yen. Alright, time for a quick little box tour. Now on the front we see a beautiful CGI shot of the Nu Gundam, with his Psycho frame showing through. Also, we have the Nu Gundam in the background, more or less as a watermark. Now up top, we have the serial number. It's stating that it's a version Katoki release, and all the Gundam details that you can find, but it's covered up by the fin funnel. Now at the bottom here, we have it stating it's another version Katoki release, the Universal Century timeline it comes from, and the unit. It's the Londo Bell unit. And also that it's piloted and it's a Amuro Ray custom. Moving along to the side, we also see here all the specifications are listed again because the box art loves to do that. We also see that all the accessories are laid out right here. The fin funnels, the beam rifle, the 2 beam sabers, the hyper bazooka, and the shield. Over here we have the front and back shot of the kit, and also a whole buttload of different, not accessories, gimmicks. We see that the cockpit opens up. Let me move this a little bit closer. Right here we see that it's pretty detailed. The backpack's also detailed. It's showing off that the beam saber on the arm, the left forearm, can actually come out. The spikes, the landing spikes actually come out for the feet, and also more detailed parts and how it separates over here. Now on this side, the other side, we see a little bit of history about the Nu Gundam and the version Katoki line and whatnot. Also, the LED unit that we can put inside. The Nu Gundam in a very awesome pose with the fin funnels out, and also the mentioning of the stand. And also the Nu Gundam just standing there looking like a badass. And the top and the bottom of the box looks like this. Yeah, pretty much the same as the front, but a little bit shrunk down in size. Now, let's open this guy up. Okay, on the inside we got some nice white parts. Parts for the decals and also the foil stickers. Nice blue parts here in navy blue. Some inner frame parts that are, I'm pretty sure, going to be in ABS plastic, but I could be wrong. We have the manipulators here that are fully molded, more white parts. The fin funnel parts here, some parts for the legs. We get this nice orangey yellow part right here, and a lot of the parts for more or less the stand in see-through, and some more inner frame parts. Beam saber. Nice see-through green for a lot of the Psycho frame, and also some yellow, orange. More of that nice, very, very nice see-through green, and some more little accent parts. We get some red here, and I believe this is a polycat sheep, yes, and also more parts for the detailing up of the kit. More inner frame parts right here. The stand. And the very, very best part of the kit. An autographed manual from Tōru Furuya. And also Amuro Ray. Oh yeah. Starting us off, here's our A1 and A2 plates. Now they're in a nice see-through green. And they're also all the parts for our Psycho frame. We have some parts for the cockpit here, and basically just everything for the inner frame portion of the Psycho frame. Usually we get a nice 3-colored split for the A plate, but this time we get these guys. Now our B1 and B2 plates have a lot of this nice orangey yellow. It mainly has accent parts for the entire kit. We get things like the V-fin, parts for the forearm, also that little very tiny piece that goes on the crotch usually for Gundams, some thruster accent parts, and parts for the fin funnels. Now on our B2 plate, we get more of the same. And yeah, they look pretty nice. Now our C1 and C2 plates are relatively different. C1 has most of our red parts, all the different accent parts, the missiles, the parts for the, or the ammo for the Hyper Bazooka, and parts for the chin. Now our C2 plate is not our standard beam saber. This is actually made in, let me see if I can get it, in 2012. Maybe it's better this side. In 2012. And also, they are a bit curved, and this one's really big. So it's nice that Bandai didn't just reuse standard beam sabers from a very, very long time ago. Here's our D1 and D2 plates. Now at first glance, they may look like they're actually white, but when you see them in real life, they're actually a very light tone of gray, or a light shade of gray. These are really nice for breaking up the white color that goes out throughout the kit. And we get parts for like the knee, and other areas for the legs in general. And also this front part that is supposed to go on the front skirt. Now here's our E-plate. Now this is a nice navy blue color. We get parts for things like the cockpit hatch in the chest, parts for the back of the chest, the torso, the front parts here. We get parts for the back of the Hyper Bazooka, a very big part for the shield here, and also a whole bunch of different parts. We get a part for the beam rifle right here, the cover, and yeah, it's shaping up to look an extremely nice and detailed so far. Here is our F-plate. We get parts for the fin funnels up here, up there, and also parts for the calf and legs. Parts for the feet down here, and we get 2 of them, because there are 2 different legs and a lot of fin funnels. Now here's our G-runner. We get mainly parts for the head here, the upper torso, the bottom torso. We get a very nice standing and sitting Amuro Ray. Also we get parts for the front and the back of the skirts, and also we get front and back crotch pieces, and also hand cover parts. And these are all molded in a very signature Gundam white. H-plate here, we mainly have parts for the different accessories, all the ones that aren't fin funnels. We get parts for the beam rifle, parts for the bazooka, also beam rifle parts here, the massive shield, and also a nice white part. It's good to see that Bandai has learned from their mistakes and is not giving you a sticker to put anything onto the beam rifles now. I'm looking at you, Freedom and Strike Freedom. I-plate here, and we get 2 of these duplicate plates. Now, we mainly get parts for the fin funnels here, a whole bunch of different accent pieces that I'm not sure where they go. I can see there's a lot of parts for the leg here, though, especially this part for the bottom of the foot. Or not the foot, but the ankle armor. Also, this looks like a part for the forearm right here. And we get a lot of different parts that are going to look amazing when we put this guy together. Now, moving along to the J-plate, we get a nice gray here. It pretty much has a whole buttload of parts for the inner frame. Now, there's one thing that you guys may have noticed. I said that there is ABS plastic, or there might be ABS plastic, but usually it's listed here. Now, I've looked through most of the plates, and it doesn't say that any of them have ABS plastic. So this thing is completely made out of polystyrene. We get duplicate K-runners. Now the K-runners here, they showcase a lot of the parts for the fin funnels, and a whole bunch of different joint parts as well. Pretty much all inner frame and different joint parts. And like I said, no ABS plastic. Now we get duplicate L plates that showcase a lot more inner frame, different parts that cover up joints, and a whole bunch of parts for the legs right here. And it's kind of unfortunate, but I want to kind of see how this is going to work, because this kit absolutely has 0 ABS plastic. So hopefully it can hold together well. Here's our MP1s for master grade. These are made in the year 2012, so these are new. And these are what we're going to find in a lot of new Bandai kits. A lot of the kits are going to have these new pre-made hands that are fully injected with their injection technology. And we see things like this on some of the perfect grades and the real grades as well. So it's one of the first times this thing has actually come to master grade, hands-wise. Whether you love them or hate them, here are some polycaps. Now most kits do have polycaps, and these ones are specially made in the year 2012, and they are RPC 208s. Nothing too special here, but they're just polycaps. Nice to see that polycaps are making their way back into Gundam modeling. Now here we have the R plate. Now, I originally said there wasn't any ABS plastic on this guy, but I kinda lied. This entire thing for the stand is actually made out of ABS plastic. Whether or not you can actually include that in the actual overall kit is totally up to you. We mainly get parts for the support base right here, and all of the different parts where you can put the fin funnels on. Here's our cue and our base of our stand. Let's not forget this guy. Now, this guy is a reissue from the High Nu Gundam that came out in 2007. Not a bad stand though, and this thing's entirely made up of polystyrene. So hopefully this holds up well, because this guy is quite big, and if I remember correctly, he's bigger than the High Nu Gundam. And finally, like all different Katoki kits in the past, we have amazing amount of decals that will probably kill the average modeler while putting it on. Good thing that this time they're not actually dry transfers. These are all water slides, so that's a huge bonus, and hopefully they keep on doing that in the future. Moving along, we have a foil reflective sheet right here that we're going to most likely put underneath the clear cycle frame. So hopefully this makes it shine a little bit better and gives us a really good effect there. Lastly, we get some other seals to basically break up the color in things like the legs. We also get a gray piece, some gray pieces here that we also use as well. And the most awesome part of the kit is this baby right here, the manual. Now my name is Derek, but you didn't see that. And this is signed by Tōru Furuya / Amuro Ray. He did this in April 18th, 2013 at the Anime Revolution anime convention when he came, and was really awesome. I actually have a video right over here if you want to go check it out of my experience and how I actually saw him. It's really cool because he not only signed it as himself, he also signed it as Amuro Ray. Let's move into the manual though. Now inside the manual we have some line art from Hajime Katoki, some CGI parts seeing how things would actually work out. Everything in here in the first couple pages is all in color, so heck yes. We get parts over here basically showing that we have a very detailed and awesome looking Nu Gundam. Some small parts for the transformation right here, and we also get them talking about the foot spikes that no one's ever going to use. Moving along, we have another shot of the Nu Gundam on his stand, a painted up Amuro in sitting and standing form, and also some little parts that actually happen in the movie. Moving here, we have a giant page of I don't know what, and also a little bit of a description of what happened in the Tokyo Dome G CGI thing. And we're really awesomely blessed because we're getting Izazabi version Katoki this year in December, so that's good. Here's a parts list, but we just went over all the parts, and also how much things cost if you want to replace them. Of course, only in Japan only. Part 1, we have the upper body construction. That's really cool how they have this all done, and the white part is what's highlighted. Really simple construction here, and yeah, it looks like there's different parts you can put on, depending on what version you want it to be. I could be wrong though, we'll have to see. The head here, the very awesome arms. Now be sure when you're making the arms, they are a little bit different. The left arm has the beam saber holder inside of it, so it's going to be a little bit different. Make sure you don't mess it up. Very important construction for the hand. Make sure you don't mess this up because you only get two, and if you break or snap off a piece, you're going to be crying for a very long time. The construction of the upper body here. Also, the legs. The very sexy Hajime Katoki legs. We finally get to see what this all looks like. Right here, we see that we have to put the shiny foil sticker on the inside of most of the see-through parts, or all of the see-through green Psycho Frame parts. So this is really going to make the kit shine through and make it very awesome. More leg construction. Looks like there's a lot of different detail parts right here. And finally, we get to slap on the armor, making this guy look incredibly awesome. The leg construction, going through that, some of the skirt construction, and we finally get to the backpack. Backpack should be relatively easy. There's a lot of different detail parts and different colored parts on there. And here you go. We have the option to do the double fin funnel. Now, you can go online and go to Bandai's official site and get the web exclusive double fin funnel weapon pack. Now, this allows you to not only just have the one side, you can actually put the other side on as well. That's why it's the double fin funnel. If not, you can just use the normal one and cover one of these guys up. Moving down, we have the construction basically wrapping up, and we finally get to the accessories. The beam rifle, the shield, the beam saber, and the new hyper bazooka. Awesome parts for the shield here. It's really cool how they have this really big peg or tab that actually folds out. We get movement right here underneath the beam saber that comes out from the back, and parts to show you how to construct or put together your fin funnels. Also, how to connect it to the base. More parts showing you how to put everything into place, and also fin funnel construction. One of the more awesome parts and probably the most repetitive thing you're going to do on this entire kit. Probably will drive you insane. Here, showing you how to align everything and make everything work. And in case you didn't know how to fold these two things down and connect them. Now here we get a really cool part for the transformation. Shows you the before and after and what to do in very simple steps. And it's really cool how they showed it all in individual limb sections. So that's actually very cool. Seems like there's not too much that has to happen. There are some parts that are going to come off on the leg here, and you're going to want to put that in a Ziploc bag of some sort. We also get parts right there falling off as well. And bam! A color and decal guide, so you know where to put everything on the kit. Here's your color chart in case you really want to go ahead and paint this guy up. Alright guys, that concludes part 1 of the review for the Master Grade Nu Gundam version Katoki. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please come back in part 2 when we're going to go over how all these different runners transform into an amazing set of legs, arms, chest, head, fin funnel, all that good stuff. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also go check out this video in the corner, because it's me meeting Tōru Furuya, the great and mighty Amuro Ray. My name is Dr. Tony Chopper, and I will see you guys next time. Peace